Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Mikulowski from ForexLive.com. This is a Forex Quick Look. We're going to take a look at the Euro versus Yen. Today's date is October 14th, 2024. Let's get started. I'm going to look at the hourly chart here. When you take a look at the hourly chart, what I notice here is that all these different highs coming in, these highs coming in between an area between 163.47 and 163.60. I'll put that all in yellow here to highlight the ceiling area that is forming right there. And each of these ceilings we've seen moved to the downside over here. When we first reached, it really wasn't a ceiling at that point, but the market moved sharply to the downside. This one came down to around 161.87 from, again, about the 163.60 level. Over here was a modest, but this one was a little bit more, down to 162.2, and this one just got started in trading here today. So we've seen some substantial moves to the downside, but others which were just modest, and we're right now in one of those modest declines here. But after holding resistance again against the ceiling area, so we don't know how far we may go in this. All we know is that as long as the price remains below the 163.60 level, the bias could remain to the downside. Now, on the downside, what is a key target would be this blue line right here. This blue line represents a 100-hour moving average. You can see that at this point right here, we based against it. Right here, we found early buyers against it. So if we come down to and through that 100-hour moving average, that would be something more negative. Note also that if you go back in time, the 100-hour moving average does have a history of holding support through here. So getting below it, like it did here, could see further momentum to the downside. The problem with this move to the downside is we couldn't get to this low right here. We started to rotate back to the upside. And once we moved back above that 100-hour moving average, the sellers turned to buyers and we pushed to the upside. So there are two key levels in this chart, two key areas. One would be the swing area up here, the ceiling area. The next key area would be the 100-day moving average, and that's what traders are going to be focused on going forward. If the price can get below the 100-hour moving average without moving above the ceiling, then the bias can shift more to the downside, and we'll look toward the 200-hour moving average as the next key target. If we get below that level, then we start to pick away at the prior lows, including this low right here and including this low right here. So that's the roadmap to the downside. Conversely, if we do move above the ceiling, then all bets are off. Look for further momentum in the upward direction. That's my technical look at the Euro versus Yen. My name is Greg Mikulowski. Good fortune with your trading. Bye-bye now.